Oh, hey guys. I'm your host, Drew Harrison. Thank you for tuning in on this rainy Monday here in Nashville. We got a fun one for you. We got This Week in Comedy presented by Comedian Discovery, and we got a You Might Need This. Since yesterday was National Grilled Cheese Day, we're going to take a look around the country of the weirdest and craziest and zaniest grilled cheeses the country has to offer. And then, of course, comedy, sports comedy. The Blue Jays broke a single game record on a 77-cent hot dog night. They sold the most hot dogs ever in a 9-inning baseball game. 102,202 hot dogs were sold. They had the special 77-cent night. They were established in 1977. They usually do dollar dog nights on Tuesdays, but they did a special one on April 7th, and man, broke the record. Toronto also ate the most hot dogs of any team last year. Like at their stadium, they sold the most dogs. So it was inevitable that they broke the single game record as well. The ketamine queen has been sentenced to 15 years in her hand in Matthew Perry's death. She allegedly supplied him with the ketamine that he overdosed on and passed away from. She was one of 5 that were indicted in connection with the star actor's death. Jasveen Sangha, I don't know if I'm saying that right, a 42-year-old British lady, was a ketamine queen for so long. Her drugs have killed before, allegedly. She had set up shop in North Hollywood since 2019. The Charlie's Angels reunite for their 50th anniversary. Cheryl Ladd, Kate Jackson, and Jacqueline Smith all come together at Paley Fest in LA. The hour-long crime adventure debuted on September 22nd, 1976. So that's pretty cool to see that they're all still around and all want to talk to each other and want to be in the same room with each other. So that's extremely rare to find in Hollywood. So A, they're still alive. B, they don't hate each other. Hats off to the Charlie's Angels keeping it together. 50 years. It's awesome, ladies. We've all been out to the bars and seen the giant Jenga or the giant Connect 4. Well, Costco has a couple more options for you. They have released giant Guess Who and also giant Kerplunk. I didn't understand Kerplunk growing up. I would just put the marbles in it and just pull it off and just see the chaos. But it might be nice to revisit as an adult and actually read the rules and how you're supposed to play the game. And I mean, Guess Who is just a favorite. I loved Guess Who growing up. It really, really taught you to, care about what people looked like at a young age. A Buffalo area man has sadly ended his fight to regain his beloved alligator, Albert. It was a 12-foot alligator living in a pool inside his house for quite some time. The poor 66-year-old man said he couldn't do it anymore with the legal fees and the uncertainty and just how long the case was going to get drawn out. Hey, it's fine. Albert is in a alligator sanctuary in Texas, but I mean, we couldn't find like a husky owner in Florida that wanted to do like little swapsies, because alligator in Florida, husky in Buffalo, it just makes more sense. And I mean, huskies are the alligator of the dog world, so I think something could have been done there. There's a new trend on TikTok that's going to get someone disappeared. The new thing is to run into the Scientology building when the doors are open and just see how far you can get until you're kicked out. Some of these people are going to run in and realize Scientology numbers are low and they need bodies, and they just going to not let you go home or ever talk to your family again. You don't play around with those things, man. Modern day cults mixed with some religion. You never know what links they're willing to go to get them member numbers up. So you're taking your fate in your own hands with that one for a couple of likes, man. And once someone's done the trend already, are you really getting that much off of being the second, third, 100th person to do it? I don't think it's worth it, bro. But like I said, we got a great show for you, and we'll go ahead and kick right on into it. Comedian Discovery has given us a great list of specials to check out. Josiah's killing it on all social media platforms. Comedian Discovery is the place to check out your new favorite comedian, and he's got some bangers for us here this month, so let's get into it. On April 7th, Unji Kim dropped her new special with Comedy Dynamics. It's on Prime and Apple TV. I saw a bunch of her clips. It's hilarious. She doesn't mind if you ask her what form of Asian she is. She just asks that you don't assume. We're looking at you, white women. You know, don't just assume she's one way or the other, because then she might find out some things about herself that no one needs to know about. So keep it profesh. If you don't know, just ask. On April 8th, Paul Elia dropped his special, Good Son. It was shot at the absolute beautiful Den Theater in Chicago, so you know the backdrop is on point. And he just finds the funny in living your everyday life while also living the life your parents want you to live as well. So a lot of great jokes, a lot of funny, family, relatable content in there. So Paul Elia, Good Son, out now on the YouTube. On April 14th, 800 Pound Gorilla Records is going to put out Joe Dombrowski's new special. You might know him from My Straight Friends. It's a hilarious show that they tape and put on YouTube. So check that out if you haven't already. You probably seen a clip online and didn't even know it. He did have me worried in the trailer when he said he was giving up weed, but just smoking, not eating. And I respect that. And dude's been a comedian since the third grade talent show. So funny, just naturally funny. One of those guys that probably is going to crack you up just by having a conversation with him. So check out Joe Dombrowski's new special coming out tomorrow. And then rounding us out for the month of April on the 17th, it is Graham K. Definitely check him out. One of the nicest human beings in comedy. He was on an old podcast of mine. And just hearing his story of what it took for him to get into the country and be able to work in America is insane. It is just mind-numbingly frustrating what people have to do to jump through hoops to become an American citizen. So check out Graham K. Check out our old My Funny Friends, where he goes through the process of what he did to get into this country. And it's backed by Nateland, so you know it's going to be shot quality, and his jokes are going to be so funny. And I can't wait to check out Graham K's special on YouTube. Go check him out on Instagram at Comedian Discovery, at Comedian Discovery Live, for all the fun shows he puts on around, I could say the country now, because I think I saw he's got a New York show. It's insane. So that's it. Check out your new favorite comedian. And up next, we got You Might Need This. Yesterday, April 12th, was National Grilled Cheese Day. So I thought on You Might Need This, we'll check out grilled cheeses across the country. I love seeing different people's interpretation of grilled cheese. You know, I love a basic grilled cheese. I love a souped up grilled cheese. I've had grilled cheese croutons in tomato soup. So anything with some melted cheese, some bread, and some butter, I'm here for. All right. So first up on our list combines another one of my favorite foods. It is the donut grilled cheese. It is in Clinton Hall, New York City. Glazed donut, melted mozzarella over tomato soup. So that looks pretty good. That looks like it's got a little bit of cheddar in there too. You know, I see a little yellow cheese, maybe a little American in there. So they're definitely getting a couple cheeses in there on us. So a donut as a bread, sign me up. Then they threw some short ribs in there, and this is the short rib grilled cheese from George's Cafe in Costa Mesa, California. Ooh, red wine braised short rib Gruyere cheese. Now you're getting fancy on me. Apricot jam and toasted bread. I'm here for it. I'm here for a little sweetness. Apricot's by far not my favorite fruit, but a little sweetness to counterbalance all that richness from that braised beef. That looks pretty good. Over at Rye Society in Denver, they adding a little shaved bologna to the grilled cheese. This is called the Gentile. White American cheese, shaved bologna, creme fraiche, sour pickles on toasted brioche. I mean, personally, my white trashiness is saying take that shaved bologna off and fry it a little bit, a little yellow mustard, but I would love to give this a shot. I love bologna. Not afraid to say it anymore. I used to have to conceal my love of bologna. But you had me at brioche, sweet pick. Everything on this sounds great. I would love to see how it comes together. In Norfolk, Virginia, they're doing the Super Elote Loco grilled cheese. It's at the Grilled Cheese Bistro. Charred corn, chimichurri aioli, jalapeno, cilantro, feta, parmesan, mozzarella on sourdough bread. Nothing in that said no thank you. I will take all of that in that order together. Thank you. If you need some Wagyu in your life with your grilled cheese, we got a Wagyu grilled cheese from La Carne Asera Wagyu in LA. It's got Wagyu, provolone, Swiss, and cheddar. Cheese trifecta there. Peppercini, mayo, onions, fig jam, and it's at a butcher shop, so you know that cut of meat is spectacular. The Royal Grill comes from the Fountain in St. Louis, Missouri. Fuji apples, cream cheese, mozzarella, and white cheddar on wheat. Again, I think the sweetness would be perfect there. I like the cheese combination. You know that cream cheese is going to give you a nice base, and then the mozzarella and white cheddar are going to give you a nice little cheese pool there. And sometimes you just got to throw it on wheat, man. Wheat bread doesn't get enough shout-outs. So the Royal Grill in St. Louis. The sandwich sounds like the place it gets it from, but it's really from a place called The Fountain. So, hey, this ain't your mama's grilled cheese. In fact, that's what it's called. Not your mama's grilled cheese at Truffles and Bacon Cafe in Vegas. So you know it's decking it over the top. Get some brisket, cheddar, tomato, sauteed kale in case you need to feel a little healthy about yourself, and bacon jam on this monstrosity of grilled cheese. I'm here for it. I like a little tomato every now and then on a grilled cheese. You know, if you don't have the tomato soup to do the dip, put the tomato on the sandwich, man. It's a nice little hack there. All right. Y'all ready for the Parmageddon? This is the Parmageddon from Melt Bar and Grill in Cleveland, Ohio. Sharp cheddar, caramelized onions, vodka sauerkraut, and they actually have potato pierogies on the sandwich. So that's spectacular, man. Looks like some fresh cut homemade chips to go with it. So I am here to go down with this ship when the Parmageddon hits. And then, of course, for our last one, we had to do something real bougie. It is the quintessential grilled cheese. It's at Serendipity 3 in New York City. It's served with a South African lobster tomato bisque. It is champagne-infused bread. I don't know if they inject the champagne in it. I don't know if they cook it in champagne. I don't know if they take the water out and put champagne in when they're making it. I'm very intrigued to see what champagne-infused bread would be. It's got edible gold flake, because of course it does, and Casciocala Potaluca cheese and truffle butter. It's like a super rare cheese. Can't even pronounce it. So this and the bisque is $214 up in New York City. So it looks great, but I'll stick with my American cheese, maybe a little cheddar when I'm feeling fancy. But yeah, that's the grilled cheeses I found on the internet throughout the country. Let me know what your favorite grilled cheese from your favorite spot is in the comments below. And let's all take this week and really reflect and celebrate all that is the grilled cheese. Let's talk sports. UNC, my beloved Tar Heels, finally gets their new head coach, luring Michael Malone away from the NBA. Former Nuggets coach is the 2023 NBA champion. He was sitting in fourth place in the West when him and the GM just couldn't take it anymore, and he got fired in Denver. So I'm happy to see him in Chapel Hill. Celtics tie an NBA record for threes in a game with 29. Also wrap up the second seed in the East. Top spot going to the Pistons in the East and the Thunder in the West. But watch out for San Antonio. They're 24-3 since the All-Star break. So those teams that catch on fire, get that momentum going before the playoffs, usually ends pretty well for them. And not all good news in the NBA. Coach Rivers, Doc Rivers to be exact, is out as Milwaukee's head coach after 3 seasons. It's unclear if he's going to stay in a consultant capacity or whatever, but not going to be on the sidelines coaching the team no more. Where y'all see Giannis going next year? Anywhere but New York, please. The Mammoth has been unleashed in Utah. The Mammoth have showed out for their Zamboni. It can carry people. Like, while they're cleaning ice, they give some fans the chance to ride the Zamboni. And from the clips I've seen, it seems like they arm everyday citizens with T-shirt cannons. So I can't wait to see how that goes horribly wrong when some idiot shoots himself in the face with a T-shirt cannon at point-blank range in Utah. So stay tuned for that. I've always wanted to be an emergency goalie / Zamboni driver, but man, do I want to do it now that it looks like a Zord from the Power Rangers. Mariners unveil their new Ichiro statue, but it did not go according to plan. As soon as they pulled the cover off, the bat broke. I think it's a sign. I think Ichiro's not done. I think he needs to come back and keep hitting. I bet you that dude, I'm going out on a limb here, and I still think that dude could hit 300. He just makes contact, man. He just puts the ball in play. And now that they can't do the shift, he could just eat them alive. So, hats off to Ichiro, man. One of the best hitters I've seen. Of course, so far in the season, the Yankees and Dodgers are atop their divisions. But hey, anything can happen. We only got 145 games left to play. Bournemouth went into Arsenal and stole one from them. That was awesome to see the Gunners go down. My Man United play today, so I hadn't seen them this week, but it's nice to have Premier League soccer back. Man City understood the assignment. They take care of Chelsea, so I think there's only like six points between Arsenal and Man City now, and they play this coming up week. This weekend, man, my goodness, we get WrestleMania. We get Arsenal Man City. The draft's next week. Like, so much cool stuff in the sports world coming. I can't wait for it. Got the play-in games. The playoffs are here. NHL playoffs are right around the... It's getting to be that time where it's what a time to be alive as a sports fan. Before we get out of here, we got a little bit of NFL news for you. Sexy Dexy has requested a trade from the Giants. Him and the Giants have been trying for the past 2 years to get something done. He's set to make $20 million this season, so we will see if they can work something out with new head coach Harbaugh in town. And Fernando Mendoza causing a stir. He is not going to be at the draft. First number one pick since Trevor Lawrence that won't be in attendance. And that makes sense. Both those guys seem like a chill, I'd rather hang out with my family vibe. So if you want to be at the house, man. That's my mentality. Last but not least, the Falcons have picked up the fifth-year option on running back Bijan Robinson. So get that money, man. Running backs got to get the money while they can. So, hey, man, hopefully he gets another contract. Hopefully another team outside of the NFC South lures him away. That's it for sports. Thank y'all for tuning in. And that's it for our show this week. So happy WrestleMania week. Happy just all of the sports coming together. You know, we got baseball, we got hockey, we got basketball, we got the draft, we got Premier League soccer, we got wrestling. It's great. Enjoy it. And just be nice to people, man. It's such a weird time to be alive. But always remember, we're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. See you next time.